you. Asante.
Your Excellency, sir, God of Honor, Mountain of Kenya Scouts, present and ready for inspection, please, sir.
Maridadi amepewa ruksa.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Makofi tena. Your Excellency, you can see we are already competence-based, and Professor, thank you for that offer. We would like to make a very special request. Would like to make a very special request, Your Excellency.
You deserve the very best. May God bless you. May God bless the Scouts, and may God bless Kenya. Thank you. Who become a threat to the world? Yes, we are. It is a favor from God. Proven as the best of the best in sports. Always proud when our flags fly high, and the sweet aura of our national anthem playing
Going forward, we want to forge a very close working relationship with both the county government and the national government based at the county so that we can together deal with the youth agenda. We want to develop a youth that does not complain incessantly for attention and inclusion, but that which is well integrated and include themselves by being useful. Your Excellency, sir, in that regard again, I wish to report to you that we have the governors, women representatives, and MPs who have committed themselves, they've been invested, and they are today acting as our county patrons. From wherever they are, could you just wave to the President, those who have been invested and our county patrons, governors, MPs, women representatives. Once again, thank you for supporting Kenya Scouts Association. Your Excellency, sir, let me conclude by thanking all our partners with whom we are serving the young people of this country.
It's a day where we are able to spare out some of the achievements that we have done within the year and what we want to do next year. Your Excellency, I can assure you, being in the Ministry of Public Service, Youth and Gender, that provides the framework to coordinate youth empowerment, Your Excellency will make sure all what we commit ourselves to do, it is done the way, I think, with the highest standards possible. Your Excellency, let me also point out that the Ministry of Public Service does not work alone. We worked very closely in the organizing committee with the Ministry of Education because most of the Scouts activities are very educational based. Your Excellency, we also want to really appreciate it today because what the Scouts does in terms of inculcating values, in terms of providing order and discipline among the youth, can only mean that we get better Kenyans, and if we get better Kenyans, we get a better people, we get better Kenyans, and Your Excellency, that's the aspiration, such that we can make this country, as per your vision, prosperous, united, cohesive, living in a secure environment. Your Excellency, allowing these young people to be here today, to be recognized for what they have done, Your Excellency, gives them that aspiration. And when they go back, they will be telling many stories of having been at the State House and how that can help boost their self-confidence and even have a clarity of vision of what they would want to do. Your Excellency, today is your day to speak to the Kenya Scouts Association, be able to award them certificate of recognition. And therefore, I would want to stop here and just invite you to do two things. Your Excellency, you are going to perform a wand of certificates for those who are being recognized today, and you can be sure the presentations done here goes a long way to attest that we have great talents among Kenya's youth.
I would like to let you know that Kenya's star is shining globally because the Member of Parliament standing in front of you today is the Vice Chair of the World Scout Parliamentary Union in the entire world. Your Excellency, secondly, you told us last year as members of Parliament to go and make some youth and scouting friendly legislation in the House. And Your Excellency, I would like to let you know that only this year we have passed close to 4 bills that are youth friendly, and especially to the Scouts who are now very careful about their activity online. We have been able to pass the Kenya Information and Communication Amendment. We have been able to pass the Copyright Amendment Bill, and Your Excellency, the Data Protection Bill, and the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Bill, which is pending in court, Your Excellency. Finally, Your Excellency, the star of Kenya will keep shining globally because next year in October, we are going to have the very first World Scout Parliamentary Union Africa, coming to the home of Lord Baden-Powell in Nyeri for the first time in the history of the world. And Your Excellency, we take this very early opportunity to invite you to come and open this conference personally, Your Excellency. Finally, Your Excellency, you are on a path of uniting and bringing cohesion to the country. Your Excellency, the people who are above 24 years in this country, including myself and yourself, maybe we might not be the people to change the world. But these young people you see in front of you, Your Excellency, this is the future of a united, cohesive Kenya that is facing you right here, Mr. President. And they say, samaki mkunje akiwa angali mchanga. My final report is that your contingent of scouts went to the World Jamboree in West Virginia this summer. And Your Excellency, tunaweza kuwa kwamba tulikuwa Wakenya 50 peke yake. Lakini dunia nzima ilijua Kenya ilikuwa World Jamboree kule Virginia, because the 50 that represented us under the leadership of Tosh, who is right there, who is a 5-bid general, they made so much glitz and glamour that a world knew that your Kenya was in West Virginia. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
I encourage the leadership and all our partners to put systems in place to enroll more of our young people into the scouting movement. Indeed, I note that about 90% of Scout members are in schools and other educational institutions. It is therefore in this context that we consider it imperative for the movement to align its activities to the annual calendar provided by the Ministry of Education, so as to ensure more learners and students benefit from the scouting programs. We as a government will continue to provide policies and guidelines as well as platforms for engaging with our young people in a structured and more productive as well as a more inclusive manner. There is need, therefore, for all the players in the youth space, including you, the scouting movement, to work together with us to address the most pressing challenges facing our young people. These issues have been prioritized in the revised Kenya Youth Development Policy of 2019 and should now be integrated through scouting movement programs that are already responding to some of these challenges. Over the last 100 years, the scouting movement has contributed immensely to character building of thousands of our nation's young people, espousing the essential traits that grow and build resilient, patriotic, and disciplined persons. In our array of national leaders today, you will find scores whose leadership qualities were molded and concretized through the scouting movement. These leaders continue to espouse scouting principles and values in the service that they render to our nation. Most notable in these actions of these patriots is the application of the principles of duty to God, duty to others, and duty to country, as advocated in the Scouts' Promise and indeed in the Scouts' Law. So today we urge our youth and Kenyans in general, wherever they are, to reflect on these values and embrace them, because they instill important qualities that guide a productive and fulfilling life. I, ladies and gentlemen, am proud to be the patron of this vibrant and growing association. As patron, I appreciate in particular the partnership and collaboration approach adopted by this movement. This has enabled it to have an impact on topical challenges including drug and alcohol abuse, climate change, as well as environmental conservation. Ladies and gentlemen, the essence of our meeting today is to honor, award, and to decorate those of our members who have made notable contribution to the Scouting movement in our country, in line with the Scouts' motto of service to country and to community. However, Scouting isn't just about earning badges and recognitions. Scouting strives to prepare you to become responsible citizens and leaders who are guided by the values of the Scout oath and law. You make a living by what you get, but you make a life out of what you give. I urge each award recipient to continue with your exemplary work and reach out to more Kenyans to benefit from your contribution. I appeal to you to play your part as community role models worthy of emulation. Conduct your lives with honor and integrity to not only guide, but also inspire the youth in your community. You are the instruments of peace and inclusion which we all need to embrace. The emerging and increasing connectivity through digital technology present both an opportunity, but we must also remember that it also poses a threat to Kenya. Today, young people play a significant role when taking the country towards expanding digital economy. As a government, we have invested heavily to ensure that the majority of Kenyans have access to affordable technology for ease of access to services and information. Increasingly, we are witnessing the positive power of online technology to offer mobile money services, jobs and learning opportunities, among others. For young people in particular, it is broadening their horizons and supporting the innovation ecosystem. However, as I have just said, we are also aware of the dangers perpetually sneaking in the horizon, including undue influence and risks such as cyberbullying, fraud, and fake news. It is important that we all remain vigilant to the dangers in cyberspace as we strive to inculcate the desired national values in our youthful population. There are also undesirable foreign and retrogressive content and values that can be transmitted through the internet. So we are also therefore delighted today to note the steps taken by the Scouting movement to give training on online safety to over 40,000 Scouts. This is a welcome proactive program that will ensure the cyber safety of our youth while giving them the opportunity to use the internet to foster friendships, access online work, as well as networks that the cyber system presents. In the spirit of one government, one service to our youth, I urge all those responsible for national government structures, as well as county government structures, to partner together to strengthen the movement in their localities for the benefit of the young people. And to that end, I congratulate the two governors, Governor Kingi of Kilifi and Governor Mutua of Machakos for bringing on board this very noble effort, just as I congratulate those members of our parliament who are also taking the front line in ensuring that we do all we can to incorporate and bring up our young people as men and women of good, strong, moral fabric, who will be the cornerstone of a great, great nation called Kenya.
Congratulations. Well done. And keep it up. Yeah? Yeah? Hongera sana.
And Migori County was third.
Well done, my friend. Well done. Hongera sana. Congratulations, my friend. Well done. Well done.
Your Excellency, sir, in the year 2019, 6 qualified for the award, the Thanks Award. This is an award that is given to non-scouts who have gone to extreme levels to support the movement and achievement of its programs for the youth. They will be represented by the following: His Excellency Dr. Mutua Alfred Mutua, Government of Kenya Scouts Center, where he is mentioned in
Congratulations. Well done, my friend. Okay,
he has always supported scouts in Kilifi to attend events outside the country.
Hongera sana.
When the management of scouting was transferred from the colonial government, he came to Africa and he was the team that received the movement. He has remained steadfast for that long until adorns the scout uniform that he wore in the 70s. For this, we honor him with the prestigious silver diamond.
Pongezi sana baba. Pongezi sana.